Are you excited about what I've done? Hello?
Totally
We are excited,
Yay.
so excited.
Yay! It's gonna be so good. Let's check it out. Well, hello. I'm Maurice Harris, and welcome to Design of the Times, a series celebrating Lowe's Home Improvement's 100th birthday. We'll be taking a look back over the past century at different decades and the trends and styles that have helped shape modern-day building practices and home design. I personally am going to be helping homeowners make over spaces from various decades so they're stylish and functional, while still paying tribute to the original details that made them unique in the first place. You'll see that having the right products, the right design can help transport any space into the modern era. Today we're going way back to the decade that Lowe's was founded in, the 1920s. Meet Stacy and Franco. They live with their 3 kids in a classic 1922 farmhouse, and they're looking for my help with redoing their living room / dining room.
One of the things that we love about this house and the reason that we bought it is it's different, it's unique, it has so much character and personality. It's not your cookie cutter home.
I mean, if we're being honest, this fireplace and her love for it is what made us buy the house.
We use this whole room as our dining room, but also wanted to have the ability to be able to sit in front of the fireplace. We have this very sad seating area. We need probably a little bit more than seating for one when there's 5 of us.
So we love the feature that it's a big room, it's open space, and we want to have our family in here, but because of the way the room's chopped up as our eating area and also a sitting area, we just never quite figured out how to make it work.
There's like some details that we don't know how to finish. Like for example, you got old trim that's original to the home, which is incredible and really unique and pretty, but like, how do we add that to the rest of the room?
We put in these pocket doors to try to modernize, but also keep the old look and the old feel of the home, but we didn't know what to do with the trim work and how would we match the old trim or not. This giant mantle beam is beautiful, but the brick, we weren't sure, do you leave it? Do you do something with it? How do we keep the old farmhouse feel, but still make it usable for our family?
So Maurice, please help. We cannot wait to see what you do in this room.
Hey guys!
Hi, Maurice.
How's it going? How are you guys doing today?
We're doing okay, but we need a little bit of help from you.
I can see that you need a little help from me. Okay, your space is stunning. It has such beautiful bone structure. That mantle and that fireplace is so beautiful. It's so old. It is aged perfectly. And I think there is a version where we can just make it pop. I think that if we just play with color a little bit, if we play with a few of the details, especially on that pocket door, and we tie that back into some of the original woodworking that was done, we're definitely gonna update it, but still keep it where you can keep the space in flux, which I think is important.
That would be incredible. And it really is kind of like the central hub to our whole house.
I am so excited about this transformation. I hope you're excited. I need you guys to get out of your house. Don't come back until I say come back.
We cannot wait to see it.
Yay!
I'm happy to leave the house for a couple days to see what you can do.
Trust me, I've got a whole team. We are going to make magic happen. I can guarantee.
Thanks.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the 1920s, shall we? When most people think of the 1920s, the first thing that comes to mind is the Great Gatsby, of course. Glitz and glam, Art Deco, you know, that whole vibe. But there's another design trend from this decade that has stood the test of time: the farmhouse style. Early 20th century farmhouses were often built with materials that were readily available: stone, brick, and woods in mixed finishes, and lots of beautiful moldings. Farmhouse floor plans were often centered around the fireplace hearth, used primarily as a source of heat for the surrounding rooms. Classic farmhouse style remains one of the most iconic and popular design styles today. In 1921, around the time Stacy and Franco's home was built, a simple general store was opened by Lucius Lowe in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. The store served the local community, including nearby farmers, selling sewing notions, dry goods, groceries, and of course, hardware and building materials. Okay, so we're doing a complete overhaul of this room, updating it with some modern yet classic details, while keeping the important 1920s farmhouse elements. So the woodwork in the room needs to be finished. We're going to use the original chunky trim as our inspiration and replicate that look around the mudroom doors. We'll also add new baseboards. This will give the space a more classic and refined finish. Color was a big part of the 1920s, so we're painting the trim and the walls in a classic 1920s color scheme. We're using Lowe Centennial Paint Palette by Sherwin-Williams. The walls will be a nice, clean, light green, and the trim will be a rich, darker green. And since this is a high traffic room for a family of 5, we're making sure to use the showcase line, which stays cleaner longer with advanced stain and scrub resistance. We're of course going to be featuring one of my favorite parts in this room, the classic brick fireplace, but making it even more of a focal point. First, we'll be toning down the red and lightening up the brick using a German smear technique, which creates the look of heavy mortar joints and irregular stones. To do this, we're actually using mastic and applying it with a sort of imperfect perfection, allowing some of the beautiful original brick to come through while giving it a more neutral feeling overall. We're also embracing the asymmetrical style of the fireplace by adding faux firewood, basically cutting the wood to the depth of the existing framework and stacking it in place for a decorative look. Many original farmhouses had wood ceilings, not the plaster or drywall you typically see today. So we're going to bring some of that 1920s feel back by adding wood on the entire ceiling to give the space a warmer, cozier feel. To do this, we're using unfinished, reversible tongue and groove wall planks. I opted to install them with the side that has a beadboard center since it's more fitting to the 1920s. But you could choose to install it either way. So in addition, exposed wood beams were often found in the time period. So we're adding this detail with a simple contemporary twist, using wood 2x8s on top of the plank ceiling and running them in line towards the focal point, the fireplace of course. The entire ceiling is then getting a medium brown stain to tie it into the existing flooring. To finish the room off, we're bringing in beautiful furniture and accessories from Lowes.com that are both modern and classic. All right, the time has come. Let's bring in our homeowners and let us reveal the magic that we've created. I'm so excited, I can barely contain myself. Are you guys ready to see what we've done?
We are so excited. We cannot wait.
A little nervous.
I was like, I don't even believe you. Are you excited about what I've done? Hello? I've come all this way.
Totally excited.
We are excited. So excited.
Okay, good. Yay! It's gonna be so good. Let's check it out.
This is amazing.
Wow.
Wow. I don't even recognize the room. It looks like a completely different house.
There's more than one seat.
Oh, this is so cool. That's so amazing and unique.
I like the white, but I'm glad we didn't paint this wood.
And the ceiling, oh my gosh, the ceiling. It's like a whole different house. Like I don't even know if I'm in my house anymore. I love that you kept some parts that are like original to the home, but then added so much character. It's incredible.
I'm so glad you like it. The age of that wood on that mantle was so spectacular that we wanted to figure out a way to make that the focal point of the room, if you will. So we thought it would be really exciting to add the beams and add that farmhouse feeling to the ceiling that really kind of connects and ties it in. I felt like the white on the brick was also a way to add a pop to the beautiful woodwork that was already there.
Some of the parts of the original house, there was trim that was painted that exact same color. So it's like bringing modern, but keeping some of that history. That's amazing.
And that's what we wanted to do.
It feels like this room belongs in this house now for sure.
I love that. It was such a pleasure to bring life and to bring energy into your space.
We can't say thanks enough to you and the Lowe's team for making this possible.
Yes, thank you so much. It's amazing.
You're welcome. Ciao for now. Well, I hope you all enjoyed our first episode of Design of the Times. We'll be back really soon with another amazing makeover. Now, make sure you are subscribed to Lowe's YouTube channel to get all the latest. Until then, use the link below to check out all the incredible paint colors that are a part of Lowe's new Centennial Paint Palette. It's so good. Bye, I'll see you guys later.